The Chang Group presents TCG News, a monthly review of the Southwest Florida real estate market. And now your host, Dwayne Sultan.
Hello and welcome to TCG News, a bi-monthly review of the latest real estate, business, and tourism news in Southwest Florida. Our top story for this edition reveals the three markets that were recently named the best places for a young business owner to start a company.
The website Money Rates released its 2017 America's Top Cities for Young Entrepreneurs list, and three Southwest Florida markets were among the top 10. Coming in at number 8 was Punta Gorda. The Cape Coral-Fort Myers market took the 5th spot, and the Northport-Sarasota metro area came in at number 1. When it comes to the Cape Coral-Fort Myers market, its spot in the top 10 can be attributed, in part, to being named the 5th fastest growing area in the country and Florida's favorable business tax environment. Growth, education level, young adult influence, and state business tax climate are the 4 factors that determined the top cities.
And speaking of business, a just-released report indicates the Sunshine State's economy is one of the fastest growing in the nation.
In fact, it's number 5. Florida's economy grew at a 3% pace. That's twice the 1.5% national GDP growth rate. The growth was led by the professional, scientific, and technical service sectors, followed by construction and information services. The state's economy expansion was largely due to rapid growth population. In 2014, Florida surpassed New York to become the 3rd most populous U.S. state and continues to grow at a nation-leading pace, which is about 2% a year.
Florida's growth rate is pretty impressive, but even more impressive are the growth rates of Bonita Springs and Fort Myers.
A report from the U.S. Census Bureau indicated Bonita Springs is the fastest growing city in Florida and the 8th fastest growing city in the country. Bonita's population is currently 54,198. Not bad for a town that began as a surveyor's camp back in the 1870s. Coming in second place is Fort Myers. It was rated the 2nd fastest growing city in Florida and the 15th fastest growing in the country. Its population is 179,804. Another published report verifies the U.S. Census Bureau's report when it comes to Bonita Springs. According to Realtor.com, Bonita is the country's 8th fastest growing city, with an annual population increase of 4.8%.
Every year, local real estate experts review what's happened in the past and predicts what's going to happen in the future. Here are a few of their findings.
New home prices rose 14% in Lee County, but were flat in Collier County. Sales in the towns of Lehigh Acres, Cape Coral, and Golden Gate Estates were strong due to affordability. Boomerang buyers who previously owned a home and ran into financial trouble during the recession now have restored credit to finance a home again. Over the next 5 years, the housing market will be primarily retiring baby boomers who have the most buying power, while many millennials will remain out of the market. In short, the real estate market will remain busy, just not booming.
Florida's tourism numbers continue to set records.
In the first quarter of the year, tourism in the state rose by 2.5% when compared to a year ago. In fact, it's estimated 31.1 million people visited the Sunshine State during that time period. As for Collier County, its visitor numbers were up slightly for the first quarter, while in Lee County the numbers were slightly lower when comparing year to year.
Many of those visitors are flying into Punta Gorda's airport, which is having a major effect on the area's economy.
The Punta Gorda Airport served around 1.1 million passengers in 2016. That's up a whopping 34% increase from 2015. That jump in usage has created some incredible numbers. A recent study shows the airport accounts for $353 million boost to the Southwest Florida economy. Of that $353 million, $208 million has a direct impact on Charlotte County's economy.
And speaking of airports, the Southwest Florida International Airport now knows its place when it comes to its busyness.
Of all the airports in the United States, the Southwest Florida International Airport is ranked the 44th busiest. It is sandwiched between the number 43rd busiest, San Antonio, Texas, and the number 45 busiest, Pittsburgh.
If we're talking airports, we can't forget the one in Naples.
It too has earned an honor. Professional Pilot magazine named the Naples airport the 13th best fixed-based operator in the U.S. That's a move up 10 spaces from the previous year. It was also named the 5th best independent fixed-base operator in the United States. That's a jump of 7 places when comparing year to year.
An old attraction in Bonita Springs has been designated an historical site.
That attraction is the Everglades Wonder Gardens. Nestled along the Imperial River, it has been welcoming visitors to take a trip back in time and to marvel at some of the area's incredible wildlife since it first opened in 1936, more than 80 years ago. The designation was presented to the Wonder Gardens by the Bonita Springs Historical Preservation Board. As the board chairman put it, a city without old buildings is like a band without members. For the record, the Everglades Wonder Gardens is the oldest roadside attraction in Southwest Florida. When it first opened, the admission fee was a whopping 25 cents.
Due to its new designation, we thought it appropriate to take another tour of the Wonder Gardens and discover some of its hidden gems. The Everglades Wonder Gardens. If you are ever in the Bonita Springs area, we encourage you to stop by and take a step back in time. Well, that's the latest real estate, business, and tourism news from Southwest Florida. Thanks for watching. And from everyone at the Chan Group and the staff at TCG News, have a great rest of your summer.